Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Hey, bros.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
What was that? Hello.
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 Yeah.
Welcome to ProBROknow, the podcast.
Yes.
Happy to be here.
Happy to
You're
be here.
always
as well.
happy to be
Thank
here.
you for having me.
Yes, thank you for coming.
Oh, thank
No,
you.
thank you both for being here. I really appreciate
I
it.
would
you
like
for
to also
being
thank
here.
you both as
Well,
well.
Chad, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And really,
And I'm glad you're actually wearing a North Face.
a non-V-neck.
Why is that? Because it doesn't say Byway on it.
What does it doesn't even exist?
I did actually buy
It doesn't
that
say Fortino's brand.
for Fortinos.
You have to get Byway online now. There's no way you can get it.
I think
so.
I get the Frank brand. Isn't that
Yeah.
Loblaws brand? Frank?
No.
Or something like that.
It's something
It's a
like
guy's
that.
name.
Joe.
Joe.
Oh,
Joe Fresh.
Yeah, Joe
Yeah.
Fresh. Yes.
Joe
Is that
Fresh.
Joe Fresh?
No, it's North Face.
Well, excellent. Anyway, North Face.
In your
and
North Face, buddy.
North Face and Lacoste. Good to see you.
Yes.
Welcome to the podcast. Whose topic is it today? Is it?
Well, it was.
kind of
I think it was
kind of all of ours.
Kind of all of ours.
I think
but
it was ours
I think
initially,
you
right?
brought it up
Yeah.
originally, Wade. I believe.
I'll take credit for it.
Sure, you should.
So the topic today is men tell all.
And explain what that means.
I'll explain it. I'll explain it after we dive in. So let's just dive in.
Fair enough.
So we basically pulled the woman in our lives and got them to write down some questions about why men do certain things or why they don't do certain things.
Right.
So we're gonna.
I suspect it's going to be more of why we didn't do things than why we did.
Well, really, let's just call it what it is. Why we don't do it the way they do it, right? Is probably the way it should be.
Maybe
named.
it's because they do the wrong way. Is that why?
Well, we'll soon find out. So we're going to randomly pick these pieces of paper that are in front of us here.
Yes.
That have questions on it, and we're going to answer them without knowing what they are.
Yes, and I will tell you that I pulled Mom, obviously Missy, a number of friends. I even sent a text off to a couple of other people, the Millers as well.
Oh, did they send you some things?
Yeah, they sent me a couple this morning.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a wide range of topics, and we should also point out that you don't know any of the ones that I've written down that I got from anybody, and I don't know the ones that you got or that Spence got.
I have no idea.
So it'll be interesting to pull them out because you won't really know what the question is going to be. Hopefully, there's no doubles.
So here's a question.
Sure.
When one of us pulls out a question from the bowl,
Yeah.
the person who pulls it has to answer it first, I'm assuming.
And
then
No.
the rest of us can
yeah,
chat.
no, I think
so.
Well, I mean, it doesn't.
No, I don't think so.
I think no.
Why?
Okay.
Well, I think.
I think it would just be funny if you pull one, you're like, I have to answer this now. You may not want to answer the question.
I think we're all going to ultimately answer
We
it.
will,
right? But
yeah.
I mean, the person who pulled it can start.
The first one to answer it, yes. We're all going to chime in.
Sure.
But the first answer
Okay,
should be
if
the
you guys
person
want to
who
have
pulled it.
such strict structure to this process, that's fine. I guess we'll do that.
Well, it doesn't. It doesn't matter.
No, it's fine, Chad. It's fine. Okay.
I don't know
fine.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but Wade is he's kind of passive aggressive,
Yeah. Yeah.
our brother. But
All right. So did you want to start, Spence? Since you're
no,
the
it's in front of you.
It's in front of me.
Well, it was your idea to be the
so
one to
I'm-
have to
so
answer
I-
it.
So I'm going to start then.
You're going to pick the first one?
Okay. So there's a little bowl here. We can't really see it too well.
Close your eyes.
Well, I'm going to just pick one that you have a different color paper than I did. So I know that this one is not one that, I put in the bowl.
Oh.
So I'm going to take it.
That's true.
For that
You can
reason.
leave the lid off the bowl too, probably.
I'll leave the lid off. Okay. So here's my question. Does a man use his weaponized incompetence on purpose, or are they just stupid? Wow. That's brutal.
Who the heck sent that one in?
I'm just going to point out, by the way, I'm not going to say any names to any of the ones that gave me suggestions. but-
No, that's
Yeah,
not
I'm
fair.
not going to say anyway either, but it was a friend.
This came from your family?
No, it was a friend.
Wow.
Dude,
So I don't
read
even know
again.
if I understand the question. Does a man use his weaponized incompetence on purpose, or are they just stupid? That's brutal. I don't even like this question.
Well, what does it even mean?
I said the same thing Chad said. I was like, what? Weaponized? Why are you saying weaponized
Well,
incompetence?
it's the buzzword these days, but
Okay, I'm gonna answer it.
No, but hang on.
hang on.
I want to give you some context.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
So when I asked the person, I'm like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
And so what she said is,
she.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, so now we've narrowed it down.
I think I know who it is. Okay.
well, it has to be. It's about men tell all. So it's obviously the
Yes, it
females
is women,
wanted to
yes.
know.
No, I know.
Okay,
I know.
get to the question.
So she said, here's an example. I asked my boyfriend to, hey, can you, take that pot off the stove and let's put those leftovers in the fridge.
Sure.
And she said he took the entire pot and just put it in the fridge.
Okay.
And so she looked at it like, is he just pretending that he's that dumb and doesn't understand that you've got to put it into like Tupperware or something?
I see.
And put it in the fridge to pretend like he doesesn't understand, knowing that she won't ask him next time to do that because she doesn't want the entire
Well, that
pot.
is a good strategy.
So-
that's why she calls it weaponized.
Well, yeah, exactly. He knows he's pretending
So,
like he doesn't
If
understand.
we get rid of the word weaponized, why do men strategically do that? Is what
Yeah,
basically
so
saying.
I do have the answer for this one because we can.
Okay, next, I guess it's my turn.
Next question.
No, you can.
Because we're men. Okay, next question. No, I think so.
Well,
there-
Chad's got to answer it first.
No,
wait.
well,
Oh,
not
that's true.
necessarily.
Well,
It doesn't.
okay,
doesn't I did
that's
answer
fine.
it, so go ahead.
no,
mate.
well, that's not your
did
answer, is it?
No, I mean, listen. I feel bad that they've caught on to us.
Well, way to weaponize.
Yeah, I know. I know. Go ahead, Spence. Answer it.
No, you have to answer it.
Why does it? Why can't they?
Okay,
Why isn't that my answer?
You don't have an answer.
Okay, that's his
Well,
answer.
yeah,
I'll
my
answer-
answer is because they caught on to us.
I'll answer it then.
Oh, you're going to answer it?
I think there is some truth. Well, I personally wouldn't do something on purpose so that they wouldn't ask me to do it again. But I
would.
believe that I think some women feel that way. And I think men sometimes maybe do it passive aggressively because they're like, well, you're going to do it again for me anyway. You're not going to like the way I did it. I can kind of
Well, that goes down. Yeah.
what goes down a rabbit hole, but I can reference the dishwasher, say loading the dishwasher.
Yeah. Don't do that because that might be in there somewhere. Don't get off topic. That could be a question about
That
the
could be a
dishwasher.
question. So don't
Okay,
answer that.
but that is exactly what that's
Right.
referencing,
Right.
though, right? And I think some men do that because they're like, yeah, don't ask me then because you're going to do it differently anyway. You're not going to like the way I do it. Would I put a whole pot in the fridge? No, I probably wouldn't do that.
I probably did that as like a teenager or young living in my first apartment.
Yeah, sure.
I might have done that, but I don't do that.
And I have, if I'm going to just reheat up the same bowl of stew the next day or the same pot of stew, I'll put the whole pot in the fridge because I'm going to heat it up again anyway. But if it's just leftovers, like for the sake of leftovers, I would always put it in another container.
Okay. Go ahead, Spence.
So yeah, I can't relate because I wouldn't do something like that. But I
course
kind of see the humor in that a little bit. That sounds like the person did that knowing that you're
Intentionally?
right. Yeah, or maybe he wasn't thinking it through. I don't know. And he is on the younger side, so it could
Okay.
just be inexperience. But
Okay.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because
Sure.
he's a
I
fellow.
think the inexperience
He's a
thing
fellow dude.
comes into play
yeah.
too.
Okay. So we're basically just going to say, well, we'll work on it.
Yeah.
We can work on that one.
Yeah, you caught us. We're
I
caught.
mean,
We're caught.
we're caught.
I think the weaponize is what makes me
Yeah.
kind of gets my
Triggers
back
you?
up a little. It
Yeah.
triggers me
That was
because it's
a
kind of
little-
like
that was a
it's
little
not always
intense.
it's not always intentional. But the question really is about that: Are they that? It's a bit unfair.
Or-
are they that stupid?
Yeah.
Or are they? Is it?
Or are they doing it
Calculated.
intentionally? Right? Calculated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the answer is
could
yes
be
and
both.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes and yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, let's go to another question, Spence. I'm
here
going
we
to pass
go.
the ball over to you.
Drum roll.
Don't pick one of yours. That's one of yours.
Oh, that's one of
don't pick
mine.
that.
You've already read all yours.
No, I didn't read Tina's. I know the two that were put in there from friends.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Why won't men go to a male massage therapist?
Well,
So-
Chad, you had a bad experience once, so tell us about that.
What? I definitely did
See,
not.
you buried it. It's you haven't even. Yeah, it's
Okay.
gone.
Well, I
Gone from
guess
your
you're going to
memory.
answer first. Then.
Yeah, you can answer first.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I have gone to a male massage therapist. I don't seek out, but I've gone to.
But why not?
Well, let him finish. He wasn't done.
So that's what I said. To the guy. Just kidding.
Let me finish. Or he said, "Let me finish."
And that would be why I don't go.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah. So if you remember, we were in Jamaica for my wedding,
Yeah.
and we all went to the spa. Do you remember that day?
We all went to the spa.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, we all got massages.
I don't.
I don't think we were
Yes,
all there.
you did. Well, maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was.
I don't think it was me.
Chris or
No.
Kevin. I can't remember, but
Yeah.
a bunch of us went down to get massages.
Okay.
And they were just sending out different, therapists. Okay, Spencer, Tina, and someone. Maybe it was Kevin. I can't remember now, but they called his name, and it was like this big,
Burly guy.
yeah. Said, Kevin, and then we were all just laughing because he had to get him massage him, but I have had that happen to me where I've just gone in and it happens to be a male, massage therapist, and whether it's if I had to choose, I would probably choose a woman. Mm-hmm. But if I didn't have a choice and they just gave me whichever therapist, then
You deal with it.
Yeah, well, I'm getting a massage. I'm not, I'm not having some fantasy in there. So, and to be honest, some of my, the male massage that I had, did a really good job. It was like,
they're strong.
Yeah. Because I've had some women give a massage and it's just like, and drawing on the back, and it's not. I'm just like, can you like put some pressure there?
You're like, are you drawing a lion?
Yeah,
Drawing a lion.
Just drawing a thing.
Yeah.
So, the question was, why don't men go to a male massage therapist? And that's an unfair question because lots of men do.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah, but hold on. I have also.
Yeah.
But I don't generally, as Spence said, seek that out.
No.
So you don't go to a male massage therapist as a regular massage therapist. But and the question is,
But I did.
But as a regular?
I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
explains a lot.
was his name Marcy?
Oh, wow.
Just kidding.
Yeah. When I was probably in my late 20s, early 30s, the massage therapist I went to, it's not even going to get this out.
Go.
No, go.
You guys are brutal. 14-year-olds. Spence can't stop laughing.
I'm listening to you. Go.
No, the one I went to happened to be male, and I liked what he did, so I just kept going.
What did he do?
I can't tell you, private. No, but it was fine. So just like you, he did a good job,
Yeah.
and I was like, whatever, it's just a massage. But like Spence said, if I had a choice, I definitely would probably seek out a female massage therapist. Why that is, I don't know why that is. But that if I had a choice, and when I do call if I call a massage therapy center where there's several massage therapists and they say, do you have a preference? I typically will say, yeah, probably female.
So I'm kind of the same as you. I have had a massage from a male before, but I generally do prefer to choose a woman. I don't know exactly why that is. I definitely feel more comfortable for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't think it's like homophobia or something like that.
I would bet it is part of that.
I don't know. I'm not really sure.
I think there's some probably not even aware of that's probably what it is. A little bit of that.
You have underlying insecurity about that.
Is that right?
We'll talk about that in the next podcast.
Okay.
Jack.
No, I think that's a fair thing to say. Why else do we prefer?
Yeah. Well, they asked the question, so
Okay, wait.
But so
Oh, sorry.
I will. But along that same lines, do you prefer a male or female doctor?
I can tell you, it does not matter to me.
Yeah.
I have a female doctor only because there's obviously 4 girls in the house, and
Yeah, I have a female.
I wasn't going to be like, I'm going to get my own special doctor. I was like, hey, you guys are comfortable with a woman doctor, then I'm fine.
I have
matter
a
to
female
me.
doctor as well. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. You kind of get over it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And her fingers are a lot smaller for those prostate exams. So
Exactly
I just don't know
right.
why she
choose
keeps
that.
asking me to cough every visit. I don't know what that's about. But
Don't know why her hands are on my shoulders during it, but anyway.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
dude. That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't actually.
Okay.
Why can't men find anything in the fridge or around the house?
I've experienced that.
So I guess I'll take a stab at this first. I get told all the time that I man look. There's a-
Man look?
It's a thing.
It's the favorite
Is it?
saying. Oh, you man looked, and I actually say it to my daughter and my wife too. Oh, well, you man looked. I make fun of it too. And a man look is that you just quickly glance and go, I can't find it because we're too lazy to actually spend more time looking for it. We'd rather just say, where the heck is it? And so that our wives can come in because we know
But they know where it is.
our wives know where it is, and they'll come in and they'll find it within 30 seconds, as opposed to us spending an hour sort of looking through the house and getting more and more frustrated and throwing F-bombs around, going, where's my...
That should actually really be the question, which is why do they know where everything is? Yeah.
Because they always move stuff around.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh, I guess
they're
that- yeah,
cleaning
that-
up and tidying up and they're moving stuff. He's
Yes.
like, I put it here.
Oh, yeah.
Where did it go?
Well, there you go.
I didn't touch it. And you're like,
I'm
Actually-
pretty sure you did touch it.
the funny thing is, this happened to me last night.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
In the
You were,
fridge?
you were looking for something?
Not
fridge
in the
or something
fridge.
in the house?
You know, in our kitchen, we've got that medicine drawer.
Yes.
And it's like there's tons of pill bottles of every
Yes.
supplement.
The
and
pharmacy,
whatever.
I call it.
Yeah. So I was looking for a supplement, and there was like an oil of oregano tablet. And so I bought the bottle. I know what the bottle looks like, and I put it where all the other ones are. And I went to grab it last night, and I literally looked at. I was picking up different bottles. I'm like, okay, well,
not here. It's
where
not
is
here.
it? I put it in here. I specifically put it in here. It's not here. So I said, Tina, where's the whatever? And she's like, I don't know, it should be in there. I'm like, well, it's not here. And she's like, well, I didn't move it. And I'm like, well, I put it in here, Tina, and it's not here now. So, like,
You obviously moved it.
right? I was like, getting pissed off.
Adamant. But
Then as she said, like, oh, I didn't touch it. I'm like, and I'm just like grabbing the things, like looking again, like this is pointless. It's not even here.
and did you find it?
I did. I pull out. I'm like, oh,
It is.
so I'm like, okay, no, sorry,
Got it.
I found it.
Found it.
But
Yeah.
that's what it is. We get frustrated because we believe
Yes.
it was there and someone
Right.
moved it. Because I'm sure you've all looked for something in the fridge and you can't find it, and your wife walks up
Yes.
and goes,
And
"It's
it's
right
right
there.
there.
It's
Yeah.
right in
And
front
I'm
of
like,
you."
how did I not see that?
I've done that. Man,
I
I'm like,
know.
how did I
Yeah.
not see that? I swear I looked and it was not there.
Yeah.
How did it appear?
Yeah, I think my answer is kind of the same because when we put something away, or at least for me, when I put something away, I put it in a place that is logical to me of where I think it should be found.
Logical to you
after,
is the key.
right? And
Yeah.
The male brain.
Yeah.
Whatever. I put it, it's a hot sauce. I'm going to put it right there because that's where I like to put the hot sauces, whatever the reason may be.
Or maybe Missy likes
Missy-
to put the hot
right,
sauces
and she might
over
come
there.
in and say that belongs beside the mayonnaise,
Right.
And she's going to move it over,
Yeah.
and so I do that quick glance, and it's like we're out of hot sauce. No, we're not. It's beside the mayo, right, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I think it's. I mean, the bad news is it's probably laziness on the part of the man that they just can't be bothered to pull everything out and look for it. But the truth is, if they just stopped moving it, we'd know where it was.
I think we just believe we're so important that we have better things to do than to look for something that should be there in the first place.
Maybe
No,
that's
but
the answer.
I think it is. I think the way that the male brain works when you're looking for something, I think the male brain scans fast,
Yes.
right? And we have
Yeah.
a different. I think women are just maybe more detailed, and they focus on more details than men do. Men
Yep.
quickly can assess a situation very quickly to determine threat or whatever, and that kind of gets applied to when you're looking for something.
So when the hot sauce is not beside the mayonnaise, is that a threat or is
Well,
that
you're quickly
a
scanning.
fight or flight? Oh my God.
Men quickly scan to find things or to
That's true.
assess things. And I think
true.
women are more methodical and slow down and they are focused on details. And
Well,
I,
yeah,
I think
just-
men aren't.
Just like women are way more organized, I think, than men are. Like, in some respects, like, well, let me ask you: Do you like to organize a closet?
No.
No.
Right, but I think a lot of women are just much better at organizing a closet. I will deal with a crappy
Careful,
closet.
Wade. That could be a question. Do you like to organize the closet?
It could be, but I'll
Why
deal
don't
with a
men
messy
organize
closet
closets?
for years because I'm like, I'm not cleaning that.
Yeah.
Right. But Sue will clean it because she's good at that. Okay, next question.
Okay, so I guess this question is me. Oh, sorry, I almost couldn't read it for a second. What is the primal thing that drives you? That's not really the kind of question I was looking for, to be honest with you. But
That's okay. There's no right or wrong.
the primal thing that
Are we talking sex? Or are we talking?
I don't know. Not sure.
There was no context on that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Next question.
No. Do you have an answer?
The primal thing that drives me to be a good human being. How's that?
That's primal.
That's primal.
Well,
no.
well,
Think,
I
so
don't
let's
know.
change the word. What's the innate thing inside you?
Well, that's not the question, though.
Yes, it is. That's what it means.
That's what primal means, Chad.
It
Oh,
is.
thank you.
What's the innate thing as a man? What's the thing that drives you as a man?
Success as a man.
I was just going to say success in one
Yeah,
word.
success as a
Yeah.
man. And success it's a multitude of things. It's not about how much you made. It's about
Right.
what people say about you when you leave the room. It's about how you carry yourself. It's about
How your
maybe
children
your
think
goals.
of you,
Yeah,
how
what
your
your
friends
kids think of you, your friends
Yeah.
think of you. That's the kind of success I'm talking about. So I guess if that's the question, that's my answer.
Yeah, that's mine too.
Yeah, you're the same, Smith?
Yeah, I am. That was the very first thing I thought of when I
Okay.
heard that question.
Wait.
I agree with that for sure. The other one for me would be the safety of my family is a primal instinct that drives me.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go to you, Spence.
My turn. Why won't men go to the doctor? I don't need to go to the doctor. Next question. Wait.
Because you're fine.
Yeah, it is kind of, that is a universal.
It's sort of true. Yeah.
Very true.
Here's what I know why I don't go. I hate waiting. And I find when you go to a doctor, like if doctors ran their businesses like other businesses have
Like
to
a
run,
business?
yeah,
Yeah.
then I would probably go. But I really hate when I go in there and then they force you to sit in a waiting room for 20 minutes. And it's like, well, I thought my appointment was at 2. Like if my appointment's at 2.
Yeah, make my
then-
appointment. Yeah,
then
that's
see
my
me
thing.
at 2.
Make my appointment at 3 if I'm actually going to see you at 3.
Correct. So,
Is that really why?
No, that is. Honestly, I don't care about going to a doctor and all that. I don't like the waiting around because I start feeling like, man, my time's worth money too. And you're wasting my time.
Okay.
And really, unless I'm really sick, I just think like I can't be bothered. I got more things to do, and that's not a high priority for me. It probably should be for like regular checkups and all that, but yeah.
But I know why they've asked this question because there are a lot of men who will ignore health symptoms
Yes.
or signs that
Stubborn.
something is really wrong. They'll ignore
They
it
don't
until
wanna
it's
know.
way too late. They don't want to know. They just bare their head and go, "I'm not going. It'll pass."
I think there's some
I'll
truth
be
to
fine."
that.
Yeah. So that's why is that we do that?
I don't know, but I think it's somewhere built into us because a lot of men have the same propensity.
Is it maybe because we feel we're invincible and we shouldn't have to deal with those kind of things?
Or you don't want the thought of that maybe you're not invincible. You don't want to
Right, want
find
to
out
face
that,
it.
Yeah.
That maybe you have some weakness.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's valid weight. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I do go to the doctor. I mean, do I like it? I don't like
Yeah.
it. I try everything not to go. I think you're the same, Spence.
Yeah.
You've had some things come up where you're like, I'm not going yet.
Right.
I'm not going to go until I have to go.
Yeah. And I would be the same. Unless I think it's critical, I'm probably not going. And I mean, I don't like the waiting, as you said, Spence, but I think in some strange way, if you don't go and find out there's something wrong, then there won't be something wrong.
Well, no, but there's some truth to that, right?
Right.
We've all met people who they go to the doctor, they're not feeling well. They finally go, the doctor says, you've got cancer. And then within a week, they're dead. And you're like, would they have died a week later if they didn't know they had cancer? I always wonder that question.
That's a good question.
I
That's a
always-
whole other
interesting.
podcast.
I always
Yeah.
wonder that. All right, next
Well,
question. Is
next
it me?
one- next one's you,
All right,
bud.
It's me.
Yep.
I think I know who might have written this one. Why is it that when men are driving, they don't appreciate their partner being a backseat driver, yet when their wife or partner is driving, their comments are relentless? I know who wrote that one.
Because men are better drivers.
Men are better drivers.
wow.
Question.
Am I supposed to do this one first, I guess?
Yes, you are. Yeah.
I think there's some truth to what you said, Spence. I think we
You
believe
think
we're
you
right.
drive better.
Yeah.
We think we drive better, and we think we're right.
Personally, I'm
So-
just a fan of double standards. So
Right. So if I'm driving, I know where I'm going, what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
if my person beside me, well, couldn't be my wife, could be someone else, is giving me direction when I'm driving, it's like I'm fine. Right. And I've said that to see if she doesn't. And she'll say, okay, but there's times that you'll miss your turn. And if I say nothing, then you're mad because I didn't tell you to turn. So in fairness, that's probably true. But I think we think we're right. So I don't need your help. I'm good. I know where I'm going. And if they're driving, we think, yeah, they don't know where they're going, or they're not driving the way they should be driving. So we like to give them advice.
Well, they're not driving the way that you drive, maybe.
Yes,
so you
because we're
think-
fixers.
Right.
We're
Yeah.
fixers. Yeah.
yeah, I think I'm similar to you, Wade. I apologize in advance to all the women that are watching this, but I do think inherently, generally, I feel like men are better drivers. I think
You
that's
said it.
no, but I think it's that. I think that's why we act that way about the direction when they're giving us the backseat direction, because we're like, we know what's going on. I know where I'm going. I know the fastest way to get there. I know what I'm doing. So I think that, yeah, I think I know what I'm doing. I think it's probably the big one.
But here's the funny thing.
Hold on. But
Okay.
then when say like Missy is driving,
Yeah.
I find myself like she'll be in this lane and it's backed up with cars and the lane beside is empty. And I'm like, how can you not be going over to the other lane? Like, get over. And she's like, I'm fine. I can figure this out.
Yeah,
And
so-
I do those sort of comments and I kind of feel bad, but at the same time, I think, why are you not catching this?
Because for her, she doesn't care.
doesn't
we're going to
care.
get there maybe only 2 minutes
Is that
later.
the issue?
Is, that
Is,
really
is
a
the
big
issue
deal?
that we're just in such high demand to get where we're going that
No, the issue is that you're a control freak. You have control issues.
No, not even that. But here's the problem. You would have changed lanes to go to a faster lane.
Sure.
Doesn't mean it's is a better choice than staying in the slow lane. But
That's right.
maybe Missy says, I don't
guess-
need to like bounce around and weave in and out of traffic
Yes.
because we're going to the same spot. You might arrive there 2 minutes before me, but who cares?
Here's the funny part. If Missy said to you what you say to her, if she said, I'm fine, I know where I'm going, I know what I'm doing, you wouldn't believe her. You'd be like, no, clearly you don't.
It's so true. It is a double standard, and it's,
It is.
It's
It is.
I don't know why we do it. So to the person that wrote that question, I don't know why. How's that?
Well, because
That's
we're
my
men.
answer.
Because we're men and we can.
Because we're men and we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one.
Is it?
You're out, Shadow.
Oh, is it me? Okay. Why do men love to barbecue but never seem to want to come in the kitchen and cook a meal?
Well, not true.
Is that
That's
true?
not true.
Well, I don't think that's true for us specifically because we all like to cook.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably true that men would prefer to barbecue than maybe slave over the stove. I don't know. What do you think?
100%. I know lots of guys that they'll barbecue, but they will not cook in the kitchen.
So why is that though?
It's a primal
Is it?
Hunter-gatherer.
hunter-gatherer.
Hunter-
Be by the fire. Yeah.
I may have made fire.
Caveman.
Me, fire,
I
grill.
made fire. Yes. Yeah.
And
So
you can sit out there with a beer and it's more social
Yep.
and it's like,
Yep.
yeah,
So okay.
that's why.
It's just like if a man barbecues steaks for dinner,
Yeah.
but does nothing else for the dinner,
He feels like
he feels like he cooked dinner. No,
Well-
it's true.
well, I did cook
I
dinner.
cooked dinner.
I
I,
did cook the
barbecued.
dinner, yeah.
Even though he did no sides, he did no setting
Right.
of the table.
But
He
here's
cooked dinner.
Here's the difference, though. Like I would be okay just eating a big steak. I don't really need the rest of the stuff.
no
I
sides,
just,
no nothing.
No, I just love to have like a big 14-ounce fillet.
and nothing
Serial
else.
killer over there. Jesus. Dexter.
And nothing else.
No.
Yeah.
Anyways,
They're not making money off of you at Roots, Chris.
Yeah.
You're just getting the steak.
no, that's right. Well, I think at Roost Chris, you got to pay for the potato. And
You
that
do.
anyway,
You have to pay separate for all that.
The other one,
Anyways.
Chad goes to Morton's and they're like, okay, it's everything's a la carte here. Chad's like, I just want the steak.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll just take that.
Yeah. So I guess the answer is because we enjoy the social side of being outside, and is that why?
Yeah, what is it? I don't. It's a
think
really
it's
good
just-
question.
Guys and fire. I think
Yeah.
it's something. There's something with that. Yeah.
Because I also know a lot of women that don't like to barbecue, but they'll cook in the kitchen.
You know what? It's actually interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen a woman barbecue.
I have.
No.
Oh, I have.
I've never seen Sue barbecue. I've never
Oh,
seen
yes.
Tina barbecue.
Yeah, no, Sue-
Missy's never barbecued.
Sue has, but if Sue's going to barbecue, it's 20 questions to me about how to do it.
Oh.
If she's going to do it, but she does.
Here's the big question. Does she ignore most of the advice you give her about doing it?
No.
No, she puts extra lemon in the chicken.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Yeah.
All right. Good enough. I think that answers that question.
All right, you're up,
Go ahead,
Spence.
Spence.
Let's hope I got a good one here. I like this. This is a good podcast.
Yeah.
How come men only clear up around the house?
Clean up around the house.
Oh, clean. How come men only clean up around the house if company is coming over?
So that's the only time
Well,
they do it.
Yeah, that's not true.
No.
No, I think obviously when someone's coming over, you're going to want to tidy up, but I don't think that means that there's no other tidying that's happening at any other times.
So here's the thing. I mean, we don't know who wrote that question, but if it's someone who's close to you who wrote that question, clearly that's what they think you do.
Me?
That you don't.
Well, men in general.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Why are you targeting me on this question?
You said it's not true, but clearly the person who wrote it believes it is true.
Yeah,
okay,
but here-
about men in general, but it might just be Missy writing this about Chad.
No, I think it's you.
No, oh no, it wouldn't be about me. No.
So there's some. I think it's generalizing that men do it. I think I can speak in my house. Sue and I will clean more when people are coming over. Like that's kind of when we do it.
But I think that's
it's
natural
our
for
excuse
everybody.
to do it.
Yes, I would say the same. Like I wouldn't say that I don't tidy the rest of the time. I don't put a lot of effort into it probably because no one's coming over, and I'm like, and I think there's something to be said about being comfortable. Like I don't. You ever gone to a space where somebody keeps it so immaculate
Yeah.
that you don't want to sit on the seat? You know?
Yeah, they've got couch covers on their
Right.
couches.
I don't want to do that. I'm comfortable. Our house is not dirty. It's a little messy sometimes, but it's not dirty. So
well-
generally.
Yeah.
Right. Well. So no, I think it's about. I think that I'm just comfortable with the way I live. I don't feel like it's a giant mess. And if it is, and somebody's coming over, I will tidy a bit.
So I've got another slant to this question.
It's probably my question.
Maybe.
But yeah.
And I don't know if you guys are the same, but I see a similarity. So depending on which side of our family is coming over, one of us cleans more.
Oh, interesting.
So if it's my family coming over, I feel like I clean more than Tina, or I tidy up more.
You know what? That is actually true. That I think if I've made the invite to everybody,
Right.
I'm cleaning
It's
more.
your
Right, yes.
obligation.
I feel like I'm responsible
You're
for
obligated.
that. When she's got her
Yeah.
family or sisters coming over, I may be like, oh, okay, well, she's going to clean. It's her family. Like, it's kind of funny.
That is
Interesting.
true.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
That wasn't going to be mine. I was going to say, if there's one room in the house that you guys, if you clean it, you feel like the house is pretty tidy. Which would it be?
it's kitchen and living room for me.
Yeah, it's kitchen. Yeah, for me, it's kitchen.
Yeah, I would say kitchen, great room, because that's where we spend all of our time. Yeah.
Yeah, like if I clean the kitchen, I feel like we're good. Everything else is all right.
Yep.
Okay. Why do men leave gift buying to the last second? Because we hate it.
Yeah. Men aren't really shoppers.
Because we don't like
we can.
shopping.
Yeah, that's certainly my case. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But I don't think it's true for all men, because I've, different years I've gone and been way ahead of schedule and, bought a lot of gifts ahead of time. So I'm not, at the last minute crunch. I'm not like I know there's a lot of guys that wait until like Christmas Eve and
No, I'm not doing that.
they're the weekend before Christmas trying to do power shopping.
I've done the weekend before Christmas.
I have done that.
I don't
and I
do-
did it
yeah.
once and I said, I'm never doing that again because I was like so frustrated. And
But have you started Christmas shopping yet?
well, we don't really do like a lot of gifts anymore. We just like, I'll buy Amazon stuff here and there, but for the most part, it's like money or like airline tickets to go, free trips and stuff.
Right. Well, sorry, what was the question again?
Why do men leave gift giving or
yes.
gift buying until the last?
I think you hit it right on the head. I can speak for myself. I don't like shopping unless I have a specific something that I know what I'm going to get. I mean, Wade, we go Christmas shopping every year.
Yes, we do.
Usually about a week or so before Christmas.
Because we want to make it less painful if we have someone with us who feels the way
and
I do.
I don't like it. I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm looking aimlessly at a bunch of crap that I probably don't even want to give her because she's probably going to send it back anyways. So yeah, I don't enjoy it. So I leave it to the last minute because I'm trying to avoid it and make it go away, and it just doesn't go away. I think that's my problem.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm that way for all gift giving or gift buying. Like if I have to buy a birthday gift, I'm okay. It's Christmas for me.
Yeah,
And I think it's because I really like the magic of Christmas, but I feel like the
Okay, Chris.
the commercial aspect of it and the
Yes,
gift
well, I'm
buying
the
and
same.
the crowds, it just destroys it for me. So I get bitter, and so I avoid it, unfortunately, and then I have to do it at the last minute.
Well, you would think as men we would learn that it's irritating as hell to go out when there is a full parking lot and huge lineups to get everything, and we would go in October or early November to get it done, but we don't do that.
But
for
we
some
don't
reason.
because I have to also be in the spirit of Christmas to get Christmas gifts. I can't do it in October.
Yeah.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go. Was that yours, Wade?
That was mine. Yeah.
Okay, next one's mine.
Okay, Chad. Here you go.
All right.
How we doing for time, Chad? This might have to be a part 2 podcast.
Well, actually, how are we doing? We're 34 minutes in, so we can do this
One
two
more
parts, or we
each.
can
One
do
more
we'll
each, and
do
then
one
we'll-
more each, and maybe we'll have to do part 2.
Absolutely do a part 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
We'll let the viewership tell us if we should do a part 2 in their comments.
Sure.
If they want to see more questions,
Sure.
let us know and we'll get it done.
Fair enough.
Joe, let us know.
Yeah, that's right. What do men crave, need, and want after sex? Is the question.
More sex.
I was going to say sleep, actually.
What do men crave, need, and want?
Need and want. That's not even the kind of question I was looking for, but
It doesn't matter. There's no wrong or
I think
right.
I know who wrote this, though.
What do men crave, need, and want after sex?
Yeah.
To hold me tight.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, that's what a woman wants.
I always say that. Just hold me. That's
what
what
women
I always say. You know what? I
like Spencer's
personally,
answer.
I personally don't need anything. I need to just roll over and go to sleep.
I like Spencer's answer. More sex, please.
Yeah. Well.
Just let's do it again. Rinse, wash, and repeat.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Right.
That's terrible, Wade.
What's wrong with saying that? It's a saying. Rinse, wash, and repeat.
Yeah.
Or wash, rinse, and repeat.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure, Wade.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's your answer? Rinse, wash,
No,
repeat?
I'm kind of like you. I don't know if I need anything after that.
Yeah. I don't need anything. Do you
Does
need
it-
anything, Spence? Besides, well, you said more sex, but
No, that was a joke. Yeah, I don't know. Just
Well, I think if we asked the other question, we would all answer it the same way. What does a woman want after sex?
I can answer that. To be left alone.
no.
No, that's
Well,
right.
Cuddle.
Clearly, you're
Cuddle.
not doing it right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I know I'm not doing
Cuddle.
it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, cuddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cuddle for sure.
Where men are more like, I'm done. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, next question.
All right. Holy cow.
Is that a book?
Yeah. How come men can't seem to find out how to load the dishwasher properly?
I was kind of going there with the.
I can't even read that. Joe. What's that say?
It says, how come,
No,
how
down here.
come, oh, sorry. How come
come
men
men
can't seem to figure out how to load the dishwasher properly?
Yeah.
It always has to be rearranged
Okay.
once
Right.
they're done.
And I would say that question is bullshit. Men know how to load a dishwasher. Okay?
Yeah, but not
They
the
just don't load it the way women want us to load
Right,
it.
but why is that? It's interesting because no matter where I put a plate,
Right.
Missy will slide it over to another slot.
Tina, same thing. I can load and say,
Yep.
babe, we got to put the dishwasher on, it's full. And then
and she'll make room for some more stuff.
she is like MacGyver, like,
Same with Sue.
Yeah.
and then next thing you know, we can put another half a load in there.
But then let me ask you.
But hang on, but then I'm the sucker that has to unload
I was
it.
just gonna say, what pisses me when Sue does that, then when I have to unload it, I'm like, oh my God, how many dishes are in
Right,
here?
it's ridiculous.
Right?
I cannot stand a dishwasher that's so packed, and I feel
So-
like it doesn't wash
Oh,
properly.
so I was just going to say, that's my issue when,
Yeah.
when I load it. I don't want it, like Missy has stuff that's like falling forward. And I know when it's falling forward, the thing underneath of it, it's not getting washed or whatever.
Right.
So that's why I don't pack it so full because I know that it won't do a good job.
Right.
But she piles it in there. And ironically, it seems to come out fairly clean, which is really weird.
Well, I would
'Cause
imagine
I
she's
don't think
good
it
at
should
it.
be. So.
Yeah.
But here's the thing I don't understand. And I know Tina will say, like, no, well, don't put it on yet. You know, we can still put more dishes in there. And I'm just like, so we'll do another load. Like, who cares? Like, is it
Well,
like,
that's what I think.
does
yeah.
running
It's
the
2 more
dishwasher
plates,
cost like
who cares?
$1,000 a run?
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about cents or $1 of water or electricity that we just, like, I don't care. I would rather do 2 loads in a day and just like put the stuff in. Like, there's been times that Tina's been gone and it's
You're
just
doing
me.
one plate at a time.
I may only have a top rack.
And you'll just run it.
The top rack is full, but I'm
Oh,
like,
wow.
wow, I don't want to just leave them in there. I'll just wash it.
Yeah. You'll do a quick rinse or a
Yeah.
quick
So,
wash. Yeah.
so I do that at the cottage because I just have a very few dishes.
Yeah.
And I'll wash, 5 cups and 2 plates when I leave so that when I come back, they'll
Right.
be clean.
yeah,
and
on the
stuff.
fast cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do
Okay.
that.
But next question. Wait, this is the
I never
was
really
interesting.
answered that question though. I didn't have my chance to answer it.
Well,
But
go
I,
ahead. Do you want to answer the
but
question?
I'm like Spence. I think
we do load
it's,
it properly.
it's not that we do it improperly. We just don't do it the way that our significant others
Right.
would like us to load it. But,
So is the moral of the story
'Cause they're
that
more
they should watch
organized.
what we do and then they'll know how to load it properly?
but my
as well?
wife is the same. If I say it's full, she'll go, "Oh no, it's not," and she'll rearrange it, and then now it's
That's
full.
true. I think that is inherently a female thing, or
Organization
that-
kind of thing,
Maybe.
right?
maybe.
But let's be clear. I couldn't dress the kids the right way when they were younger either. Mm-hmm. Sometimes he would redress them because I did it wrong, apparently. Right. So it just happens to be that
That's just their thing.
it's a difference of opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. Go ahead, Wade.
All I know is I love women. So.
Yes.
Why don't men see things that need to be done until their partner has basically taken care of it? Here's what I think about that question.
Actually, grab another question. That's not a good question.
Okay.
not a good-
We're not even going to answer that
I'm
question.
sorry who wrote that. Yeah. but-
I don't believe that to be true whatsoever.
This is another one like that. Why don't men seem to notice the little hairs all over the sink and countertop after shaving? Also, same goes for urine dribbles on the toilet bowl.
Well, personally, I just never bring my glasses to the bathroom, so I don't notice.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Well,
Why don't men seem to notice the little hairs? Sue didn't write this one, but this would be one of her questions.
Well, why don't women see the whole chunk of hair that they've just whipped on the shower wall?
Exactly. Or the stuck on conditioner.
Seriously.
Or the stuck on conditioner.
or they don't see the giant ball of it in the drain at the end of the shower. Yeah.
So like it goes both ways. Like I don't know. I don't know.
Here's a better question. Why do women need 17 brands of conditioner in the shower instead of one shampoo and one conditioner?
I don't know, but that's not the question, mate.
No, I know.
Why don't you pick up your hairs? That's what I want to know.
Well, Sue will say that I'm bad at this. I'll shave and I'll rinse all the hairs off and I'll leave, and she'll go in and go, I got all the hairs. And I'm like, I rinsed it off. She'll go, well, clearly you didn't. I'm like, well, actually I did. And then it just makes you want to go, oh, you want to see more hairs? Next time I just won't do anything.
I don't think I'm in this one because I do rinse. I don't want to see all my hairs in the sink after I'm done shaving.
But if I go up and ask Missy right now, she'll say, you leave hairs in the sink.
I bet you she would say, I mean, it'd be interesting because
I'm going to ask her. I'm going to for sure
I think
ask
she
her.
would say, no, I think he pretty much does it. She might find one, but I mean, there's certainly not an abundance. And same goes with the, was it dribbling of the urine or whatever?
Yes.
I clean up after myself.
I wipe all the time.
Yeah.
There's times I'll go in the bathroom and I'll see like, oh, there's and I'll just get some toilet paper and
Yeah. So
wipe the rim.
basically,
men-
whoever wrote that is way off base, is what you're
But
saying.
lots of men are bad that way. Like I hate going to a public washroom and the freaking floor is
yeah.
sticky because
That's gross.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Anyway,
Okay.
I mean, in closing, I think men are pretty perfect. That's what we've discovered.
We do a good job. I mean, basically, overall, is what you're saying.
I think we need to have a podcast part 2 on this because I think
We do.
this was good.
I'll be honest. Like I asked a lot of people, and we got quite a few responses. And it looks to me like we have 8 or 10 still left in there from before. So we probably could do a part 2 if you want.
I wonder if we asked the question on a podcast, if we actually created questions, why do women do certain things, and then ask the audience to respond? That'd be interesting too.
There you go.
Anyway, cool topic.
Yeah, I like that one.
We'll do
Yeah.
it again for sure.
Yeah, I think. Well, we're clearly going to have to do part 2 because it's taking too long.
But do you think our answers actually satisfied the woman who wrote the questions?
It really doesn't matter because we're guys.
No. I don't know if it does satisfy it because
No.
that's why there's that book, Men Are From Mars and Women Are
Listen,
From Venus.
the
right?
truth
We're
is
very
nobody's
different.
ever really going to know why we do some of the things we do and why women do some of the things they do.
No,
It's
there's just
inherently in our
differences.
DNA or whatever.
Yeah. So it
They're
makes
just
us-
differences, but
makes us
it was
unique.
fun to answer those questions.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Kudos to all the women that wrote the questions.
Yes.
And all
Appreciate it.
kidding aside, we're just having fun. So
Yes.
don't have any
Of course. Yes.
offense of us making some smart ass comments. They were just that.
No, but I am a better driver.
All right. Till next time, boys.
Yes.
See you.
Thanks, fellas.